All right, everybody, welcome to the Friday edition of Warrior Daily. I'm Tom Gorman. Joining me is Paul Winters, the head football coach here at Wayne State. And, Coach, you've been able to take a couple of months off here from the end of, obviously, a very successful season. But it was a busy January, and the last time we talked to you, the calendar year hadn't even turned over. But in that first week of January, you were able to get a very prestigious award named Coach of the Year by your peers in the AFCA.
Yeah, it was a pretty exciting time, unexpected, and it's quite an honor. But I think because of the season that we had, and then the change really that the team made during the playoffs, probably is how I won the award.
Well, it's certainly a great honor for you, and a lot of awards were handed out also a couple of weeks later at the team banquet. That probably had a little bit different atmosphere than past banquets that you've been a part of.
It was a pretty happy event. You know, we had the president there. We had his cabinet. It was a pretty prestigious event.
You're busy recruiting as well, and obviously a big recruiting class this year, 31 future Warriors to get on board with this program. Just tell me a little bit about what you think overall of the recruiting job you and your staff were able to do.
Well, I think the staff deserves all the credit. They've gone out and they've created relationships with coaches and with players, and they did a fantastic job. And we have I think it's an outstanding class. We put a priority on offensive line and defensive line, and we signed 8 offensive linemen, and we signed I think 6 defensive linemen, and that's going to be a big part of the class and a big part of our rebuilding.
Undoubtedly, those future Warriors will have to be excited to join this program and contribute to the success coming up this fall. Before we get to fall, we start with the spring practices that are right around the corner. That, of course, will lead you into the spring game, the annual spring game on April the 14th. What do you look forward to most about these spring practices and these training sessions?
Well, most of all, we have 16 freshmen from last year that we redshirted, and this is a chance for us to really coach them in our offense and our defense and our special teams and let them perform and see how they perform doing our stuff as opposed to reading a card. So that's going to be big. We have some young men like a Zach Bilecki and Mike Smith and so many others, Christian Burks, that they're very talented. And to get them in our offense and our defense, I think it's got a chance to really help us immediately.
All right, Coach. Well, it's fun to be thinking about football again. Let's enjoy these spring practices and have a lot of fun at the spring game coming up on April 14th.
There's no question about it. We can't wait.
All right. That's Coach Winters. I'm Tom Gorman for this edition of Warrior Daily. Have a great weekend.